Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new series on the channel. If you haven't figured it out from the title, we are going through Iron Man's history through the years. That's the plan, one of the greatest superheroes of the last 20 years in modern cinema. Let's see what his origins are about. Let me just say right now, I'm not trying to sort of step on anyone's toes. As you can see, I'm not great at it, but the Comic Historian does a fantastic job at this sort of stuff, and there are others out there as well. But you know, I just thought I'd give it a go. If you guys enjoy it, give it that thumbs up. Drop any comments on there for any fun facts, and let's start. Let's get to our journey, shall we? The story of Anthony Stark begins in March of 1963, in the 39th edition of Tales of Suspense. Spooky name. The first of a number of rebooted origins for Iron Man. We'll get to them, eventually. We are introduced to a number of aspects of Stark's character. He's a genius engineer, as we know, but he's also apparently the dreamiest thing this side of Rock Hudson. Oh, the 60s. Oh, the 60s indeed. We met the Red Gorilla tyrant Wong Chu, who just screams bad guy. He's in control of a village in Vietnam, but here comes Stark & Co. to interrupt that. They get caught and Stark gets blown up, with the shrapnel flying very, very close to his heart. He shouldn't be able to survive for long, but Professor Yinsen has something to say about that. They work together to build the Mark I suit, but here comes trouble. Yinsen sacrifices himself, and we get our first look at the invincible Iron Man. A battle ensues, and Iron Man comfortably dispatches his first nemesis. He frees the prisoners of the village and ponders his fate as the world's newest superhero. The next issue of Tales of Suspense sees Iron Man return in April. He spray painted his suit a sun-like yellow that's apparently gold. This is because a girl suggested it. And Tony likes girls, you know that's for sure. This time he's taken on the giant-like alien robot Gargantus. The town of Granville have built a wall thanks to the villain's hypnotism skills, but Iron Man will not fall for that too. Aliens dealt with, robot down, Iron Man is 2 for 2. Sticking with the hypnotism theme, the 41st edition of Tales of Suspense sees Iron Man battle Doctor Strange. Oh yes, oh! What? Not that one. Really? Why? Why is there two? Right. Well, this villain looks to break out of prison and trick Stark into breaking him out, which makes poor Tony feel bad. Strange wanted to break out to see his daughter, who doesn't seem pleased to see him. Still, Strange threatens the world from his force field bubble, but forgets to extend the range to underwater. Right. Marvel's electric-powered man swims with no questions asked at all. And after Strange's daughter turns on him, the villain gets away and escapes. This would probably be a really great way to set up a recurring villain, but alas, this is Strange's only appearance in Marvel Comics. So far, anyway. It's the Red Barbarian! June sees the debut of the Russian villain, and his first of only 5 appearances throughout Marvel history. Here, he is an evil general who gives the actor a task to steal one of Stark's newest weapons. Big mistake. Iron Man deals with both men comfortably, and for the first time, somebody finds out Iron Man's identity. The actor tells the general that it is Tony Stark, but he doesn't believe him, and the actor is executed. Well, that's that dealt with. What is interesting is that the Red Barbarian isn't seen for 42 years, when he pops up in a few Captain America comics. Who knew? Over the next few issues of Tales of Suspense, Stark deals with Carla, the Queen of the Netherworld, and the menace of the Mad Pharaoh. Yeah, the 60s had some weird names. He is soon joined by a few friends though. Avengers issue numero uno dropped in September of 63, bringing together Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Ant-Man and the Wasp to take on Loki. It's such a historic comic where we get to see loads of different people. The Fantastic Four make an appearance, as do Jane Foster, Odin and Rick Jones. He's from the Hulk comics. Loki is beaten and the Avengers, well, they've assembled, let's say. Also in September, Iron Man takes on Jack Frost. Is this right? This is a Christmas movie here. What? Okay. In more interesting news, Pepper Potts and Happy Hogan make their first appearances in the series. You could say they become important. Potts is Stark's secretary, who is in love with him, while Hogan signs on to be his bodyguard / chauffeur. Nice. It's time for the first memorable villain for Stark, as we get to see the Crimson Dynamo. Very similar to what we saw in Iron Man 2, it's Professor Vanko first of all though, and he has a suit which can control electricity. He makes it his mission to destroy Iron Man, and they have a pretty cool battle. It ends weirdly though. Iron Man threatens to drop them both in a lake. Even though we all know he can swim now, I mean we saw it already, come on Marvel, come on. Make it worse, Dynamo actually wimps out and surrenders. So Stark offers him a job of all things. I think this was done to try and say that America and Russia can work together. Lame. Stark next takes on the Mysterious Melter. Yeah. Awful name aside, this is actually pretty good fun. The villain is a problem as he can melt Iron Man's suit, so Stark creates a new one out of aluminium, because that melts differently apparently. Melter is a business competitor of Tony's, which is a nice touch at the time. Make the villain seem personal to the hero. Always works. Avengers time, and Space Phantom takes on the Earth's mightiest heroes. It's Giant Man, not Ant-Man here, and it's a bit more hypnotism type antics. The Avengers are forced to turn on each other, but Iron Man doesn't have much time here. The story is driven around the Hulk. They tease his unstoppable monster character, which will pay off over the next few issues. This is actually Hulk's final appearance as an Avenger in the comics, so take from that what you will. Finally, 1963 closes out with Stark finally unleashing some trademark red on the suit. Oh yes he does. He finally starts to look like the Iron Man we know today, but unfortunately the villain doesn't really match up. Mr. Doll, that's right, Mr. Doll actually wins the first battle here, as Iron Man forgets to charge his suit up. Oh dear. So a new lighter suit is needed, the red comes in, less charge time apparently. Alright, fair enough. Mr. Doll is defeated and the Mark III suit looks amazing. It really does. It gets the job done too, and 1963 ends with Pepper Potts fuming as Stark forgot about leaving her in a cupboard. Ha! Oh, the 60s indeed. Brilliant.